I just wanna be me. I just wanna be free. No, I don't wanna fight, 'cause I know we'll be fine. Just to say our goodbye. I just wanna be me. I just wanna be me. Never thought we would face this. Looking back, how could we ever know? Don't know where we're going, but I know that we're better off alone. Feel the weight and it's pulling me under. Started strong, but the distance grew on. I just wanna be me. I just wanna be free. No, I don't wanna fight, 'cause I know we'll be fine. Just to say our goodbye. I just wanna be me. I just wanna be me. I just wanna be me. I just wanna be free. No, I don't wanna fight, 'cause I know we'll be fine. Just to say our goodbye. I just wanna be me.
And she's not easily excited. She like to talk during a movie. She like wasabi on her sushi. So specific. She likes the strangest things. My intuition tells me to let her keep making decisions. She does it naturally, so I will follow your lead. Hands down, my mind's made up, you're the best I ever had. Hands down, it feels so good when opposites attract. Hands down, I'm not one for getting too attached. Hands down, but my mind's made up, you're the best I ever had. We don't have too much in common, except we puff that marijuana. You got my head spinning like tie-dye, all spaced out like it's sci-fi. That good connection like Wi-Fi. Let me get to know ya. So specific. She likes the strangest things. My intuition tells me to let her keep making decisions. She does it naturally, so I will follow your lead. Hands down, my mind's made up, you're the best I ever had. Hands down, it feels so good when opposites attract. Hands down, I'm not one for getting too attached. Hands down, but my mind's made up, you're the best I ever had.
I don't slow down, I'm too wavy, but I don't know how we both ended up tangled in this place, but I'm here to stay. I can't fake the wave, I guess it's safe to say that I got you. And you got some new lingerie, well that's thoughtful. I created new Halloween for that costume. Loving how it pans out, I got a pair of cuffs, put your hands down. But usually I'm solo, dolo, at the fool. I don't know so-and-so, I'm home alone. If I was known to not go out, I'm not about to ask you out. That's not my route, cause it hurts to see rings on really bad themes. And love is just pain, I'm slave to these things, to all that.
I will follow your lead. Hands down, my mind's made up, you're the best I ever had. Hands down, it feels so good when opposites attract. Hands down, I'm not one for getting too attached. Hands down, but my mind's made up, you're the best I ever had. Hands down, my mind's made up, you're the best I ever had. Hands down, it feels so good when opposites attract. Hands down, I'm not one for getting too attached. Hands down. Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Left your party at sundown. You would know where to be found. Sip my bottle, heading uptown. Ooh, long way home, the back roads. No hands on the handle. Blew the red light like a candle. The wind undid my hair like it knew you weren't there. Boys like you never play fair. Don't play fair. I'm on a midnight bike ride. Best orders 2 a.m. Left you behind. How could you think we could just be friends again? I'm on a midnight bike ride. Best orders 2 a.m. Left you behind. Now that you know things can never be the same. City has no secrets. I know all the shortcuts now. I'm lost looking for your touch. Used to be your night shift. Can't work out, I might just fly down here until the sun lifts. Found an empty street, sing myself a melody about how it used to be. Wind undid my hair like it knew you weren't there. Boys like you never play fair. I'm on a midnight bike ride. Best orders 2 a.m. Left you behind. How could you think we could just be friends again? I'm on a midnight bike ride. Best orders 2 a.m. Left you behind. Now that you know things can never be the same. I'm gone, I'm gone. I'm gone away. I'm gone away. The moon lights up my sundress, reminds me to forget. The moon lights up my sundress, shows what lies ahead, ahead. I'm on a midnight bike ride, best orders 2 a.m. Left you behind. How could you think we could just be friends again? I'm on a midnight bike ride, best orders 2 a.m. Left you behind. Now that you know things can never be the same. I'm on a midnight bike ride, best orders 2 a.m. Left you behind. How could you think we could just be friends again? I'm on a midnight bike ride, best orders 2 a.m. Left you behind. Now that you know things can never be the same. Lights up my sundress, reminds me to forget.
Jeez.
Like, yeah, actually, it's just a flex on Canada.
Got your maple, got the cheese.
Oh, we got our maple
Actually, it has to do with the U.S. government not wanting the dairy industry to go under during World War II.
And they're just like, you know what? We'll keep the cheese reserves because. Oh my god.
You're looking at
Fish.
Oh, it's a straight line derecho. This is really hard to hear right now. Holy, what is happening?
Demon.
Roboto.
Demon
like
robot.
It's like a demon with gastric hepatitis,
Yeah.
whatever the fuck it's called.
It's got poopy problems.
Yeah. Oh, it's that is a straight line derecho, so a coordinated front squall line going west to east across to the Midwest. And this happens a few times a year, but this one is probably pushing 80-mile-an-hour winds along that line as it moves to the east. And it will be
Yeah, are you saying they're organized?
derecho. So, okay, so yes, so tornado and derecho, right? Twisting and straight in Spanish. Those are the two different kinds of winds that come off of downbursts or supercells. So straight line winds or derechos are ones that can cross the entire continent. Tornadoes are more localized and much more violent. But this happens in Iowa. Like the last 2 years ago, this happened. It hit Cedar Rapids, knocked out power for 3 weeks, and did over $1 billion in damage. Yeah, they could be very powerful. There's probably tornadoes embedded in there too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it looks like they would have tornadoes on that. Will have a pressure change.
Yeah, it depends on the rotation because this is pretty coordinated. So that means that the wind shear at the top is not going to be. It's going to be in line with the direction of motion and probably not as significant. So you don't get as much rotation updraft, but you could have it along the line. And at the top there where it kind of bends over, and then down below in Kansas, those are likely rotational storms. And you can, again, the other point is look at the temperature gradient across that line. It's like a 30-40 degree gradient on either side because it's a intense cold.
Oh, behind it?
Yeah, so that's the bulge of cold air coming down from the Arctic, meaning the warm and moist air off of the Gulf below it. And where those two meet, that's where the chaos begins.
I'm getting a shit ton of wind down here right now.
It's windy here today too.
It's windy here, but I didn't think much of it.
It's not like this, that's for sure.
How was the earthquake by you guys?
Came home and nothing was knocked over. DM felt it at work, she said. Did you feel it at work, DM?
Yeah, my chair moved.
Her chair moved. So, very violent.
We will rebuild.
Yeah. So I was hoping there was nothing wrong at home and nothing was knocked over and the cats are acting normal. So nothing too bad down here, I guess.
Cool.
Yeah. I just worried. It's on the San Andreas, so I'm still worried it's a foreshock or something bigger. But nothing to do about it.
Yep. Inevitability.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Derpy's in the background tonight. She'll be around. Ousted. Alrighty. We'll get things going, though. Quick summary of last time. The beginning of the session was taken up by what was a very solid session of dealing with the trauma of the Dark Wish Carnival and the aftermath of that, having some philosophical discussions about what to do in those types of situations, what needs to happen, etc., which was good to hear. Everybody had their opinions on it, and as the conversation wrapped up, you found yourselves emerging from the fog and the mists back into the world of Prismere, and more specifically into the domain of Yon, the craggy mountain peaks and endless night sky above that is punctuated by lightning, which strikes these magical looking, what look to be like beacons or antenna that are scattered throughout the peaks of craggy area. And as you emerged, you saw that it seems that all in unison they discharged, and an arc of lightning streaks across the sky from tower to tower, and zaps at the top of a distant castle, striking the pinnacle of it, and mainly to give it some sort of power. As you continue onwards, another streak of lightning illuminates some individuals standing atop a hill that greet you. One of them is a dandelion. It is a dandelion with a sword and a large, pudgy bumblebee companion. The other individual is an elf-looking person who is wearing what looks to be a moon mask. They do not cast a shadow when the lightning strikes behind them, illuminating them. You briefly meet Amador and Gleam. Gleam was a former performer at the Witchlight Carnival and recognizes the two Witchlight monarchs who are in the group. They left before any of you joined the carnival, but you had heard of the Gleam and Glister, the dynamic acrobatic duo that wowed everybody but suddenly disappeared out of nowhere. They were brought, it seems, they were captured and brought to Yon, where Endolin Moongrave has separated them and stolen Gleam's shadow in order to fend off what she believes is her inevitable end, which is only going to occur during an eclipse. So the two siblings, being the sun and the moon, want to keep them apart from each other. Amador vowed to help Gleam find their sibling Glister and reunite them, and asked that if you do so and help them do this, then they will guide you to the Palace of Heart's Desire, where you can free Zyblina and bring the realms back to the way they once were. And he also asked you to keep an eye out for the captor, or for the beekeeper who he liberated his beloved Polynella from. They agreed to do so, and they suggested that the first things that you go and check out is Lockbury Henge, home to the Korreds, a group of fey-hooved creatures that are constantly at odds with another fey creature, or group of fey creatures that live in Yon, the Briganox group of things. So you head off in that direction. Winding your way through the hills, you found yourself confronted by 3 giant goats, who each spoke in turn and gave you a little bit of a performance. And after you returned their gift of prophecy information with a gift of food and thanks, they disappeared, leaving behind their bouncer, who gave you a rocky nod as it bouldered its way back up the hill with the goats. Finally, you have arrived. Third goat poops and does that.
As you do.
You finally arrive at Lockbury Henge, which is where we find you all now. This large structure is quite interesting, being that you find yourselves among a bunch of different rocks that are of different rock types: slate, chalk, flint, obsidian, shale, marble, and salt, granite. There was a little game board that lay in the middle of the area, and what looked to be a recently extinguished fire. Observing the game board, you see Rosin was able to discern that only one move was needed for these individuals to win the game, and made the move. With that, 2 strange-looking hairy creatures with hood feet emerged from opposing sides of the rocks. One of them emerging from the shale, and the other one emerging from rock. Cried out in happiness as one of them rode forward and cheered at their victory, as the other one literally chewed rocks and grumpily accused the other that they were cheating. So, you find the party atop this plateau, you and your companions all gathered around, as this creature, who you can assume to be a Korred, strides forward, cusses emphatically, and says, "I can't believe you fucking won the game for me! I must introduce myself. The name is, hold up, I need to remember it."
Hello, I need to remember it. Nice to meet you.
Name is Argantel. Name is Argantel, and I am the current elected Queen of the Korreds. That there is my cousin, Jagu, and he is a loser.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, yeah, well, I have to give some sort of prize, some reciprocity. You got, just because you gave me you won the game for me, my pretty little fairy girl. Oh, 1 second. Argantel lopes over and picks up a rock off the ground in front of them, and she grunts, squeezes it between her hands, and then you hear a slight boom as she opens her hands and hands over to Rosin what looks to be a beautiful star sapphire. For you, a prize for helping me out. Rules of conduct, gift of reciprocity.
Is that magic, or are you just really strong?
A little bit of both. You see, we Korreds, we can shape the rocks. Be one with them, you know? It's kind of our thing. They're also tasty.
That's how you walked out of them.
Yeah. Okay. She grabs a rock from the ground and just takes opens her mouth, and you see their teeth are like the size of small pavers. And they just go, ah! And just takes a hearty bite out of this, solid boulder that they just picked up. Tasty. Need some salt. Goes over to like one of the. It's just like takes out some salt from her pocket, sprinkles it on the rock.
Pocket salt.
Is it rock salt?
Yeah, flavoring rocks with rocks.
Rocks with rocks. They're the best.
How long has that game been going on? He just was sort of sitting there.
It's been going on for, I don't know. How long we've been playing, Jagu? Jagu crunches a rock and spits out like a bit of it. I don't know. We've been playing for about an hour at this point, but Argantel saw you coming, so we had to take a break. That's why we stomped out the fire and went and go hide. Points back to the chalk rock that he emerged from.
I just very obviously will watch or look at the soot footprints going back towards the fire. Right, hide.
Exactly.
Playtime.
Other.
Sorry, what was that?
You do not play time control?
What is that? What are you talking about?
Use a chess clock.
This game's not chess. This is crowns.
Use a crown's clock.
Crowns? Clock. No such thing. See, sometimes it's a game of just outlasting the other one. Whoever falls asleep first also loses.
I've never played with those rules, but I like it.
Mm-hmm.
That is one way of doing it.
So, Argantel takes another bite of the rock. What are y'all doing here?
At that point, I'm gonna knock on the granite I'm next to. We go, hi! Anyone in here?
Hey! Cut it out! They're sleeping.
Oh, sorry. I pat the rock softly. Okay.
Eventually rub the rock.
Notes. What did they? We can help them, but I forget the exact thing.
I'm just asking, why are you here in Yon? We don't really get travelers here. This place is kind of inhospitable. I mean, look at all this lightning and wind and rain and all that shit. We're just one with the rocks, so we can just kind of live here, along with those nasty pieces of shit Briganox. Hate them. Spits a rock out. Bing!
Well, we are here to... You have no love for Endolin, yes?
As you say that name, you look at Queen Argantel, takes her hand up to the side of her head, and you see that the entire side of this creature's head has been shaved. No, you've gone too far. This Korred has a kind of hastily cut side shave. Argantel says, Endolin Moongrave? No love for them, not so ever. Nope. Here's what she did to me. She stole my hair. Our hair is precious. Korred hair is the strongest hair in the world. I swear on my hair.
If you had any.
It seems convenient.
Truly unbreakable.
Well, you see, us Korreds, we're one with the earth, you see, and our hair, from the rocks that we eat, all the iron gets gathered there. Literally, our hair is stronger than iron.
So why'd she cut it?
Because she's using it.
As like a wig?
No, for crueler purposes.
If she was using it as a wig, that would be funny.
Sandpaper or toilet paper?
No, that would be terrible. She's using it in her contraptions. I think she's forged it into iron ropes, using it to manipulate all of her machinery and everything that she runs in her theater.
No marionette, damn it. Okay.
Alright, well, we happen to be against Endolin. That is our goal here. So we are going to need some help, and we think, we came here to try and get you to make up with.
Well, before you say anything further, we're here to help you help yourself. That will help us. It's very mutual.
If you're here to end Endolin's reign over Yon and the rest of that Hourglass Coven's reign over Prismere, we're here to help. You see, we used to have massive, awesome dances here at Lockbury Henge, but no longer. I've told all the Korreds to go into hiding just in case that Endolin sends either her or her minions after them to take more of their hair. We only have so much hair. Really slow to grow back, too. So, for the safety of my clan, of the 8 clans, I asked them all to hide. No more partying.
That's tragic.
So if we help you throw a giant party, then you're all happy and you help us. No questions asked.
Not really the point.
Okay.
What is your plan? What are you gonna do? How are you gonna? That place is a fortress. What are you gonna go? Walk up to the front door and just knock and be like, "Oh, hey, Miss Endolin, are you gonna let us in? We'd like to watch one of your plays or something like that."
That brings us to point 2. You know those lovely notes.
As you're talking, Zug,
where is it?
the wind brings over the wind. You hear the sound. You hear a sound faintly carry. It's a sound of like tink, 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 tink. Both Argantel and Jagu, their ears prick up. They start grinding their paver-sized teeth. Sound of like rocks grinding on rocks as they angrily sniff the air and look around, and they start stamping their hooves as this faint sound of pickaxes tapping on stone is carried to their ears. Green Argantel runs to a boulder, picks it up, and hurls it 100 feet in the direction of the noise.
Jesus,
while she screams,
"Death to the brigand Nox!"
and then a peal of thunder and lightning accompanies her angry throw.
God awful noise! Those dang brigand Nox, in league with Endolin. No, they're just being naughty.
That was sort of where I was getting at. I think there's been some sort of misunderstanding.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I've been told this. Anyways, we want to see. We want to see if perhaps, well, they have tunnels. We need tunnels. Perhaps we settle some old debts or something. We could use them.
Some old debts? Well, the brigand Nox are just they're no good. They're totally in league with Endolin. The bitter end. They're in league with her. We've heard that they've enlisted themselves. She's enlisted them to help build her horrible, wicked contraptions with our hair. They hide and guard schematics for new contraptions in their mine.
Is that where that noise was coming from?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen inside their mind? Do you know that for sure?
No. Why would we go in there? The noise can't stand it. Those dang pickaxes on the gems and on the rocks. It drives us crazy. So we crafted some statues that look exactly like us, like Korred's, and we leave them outside the mine. That way, they're gonna get frightened and they'll leave.
I think I know where this might be. Wait, I think maybe I'll figure out how we can fix this. Where's this mine? We may want to go talk to them. Not because we're in league with them or anything, but it's gonna hear both sides. Or something
Also,
like
that makes a lot more sense because I thought you said they were keeping it hidden in their minds. Not their mind. This makes a lot more sense to me now.
They're stupid. They don't have any room in their minds to hide anything. They're stupid and stinky and noisy. Not like Korreds, who are strong, like rocks, and not stinky, because rocks don't stink. And,
what about sulfur rocks?
Yeah.
that's not one of the 8 clans. We don't associate with that rock.
Oh, okay.
This remind me. You said you were elected queen.
Yep.
How's that work? How's? Yeah.
We put it to vote. Fuck, do you think it works?
Usually, queen is signatory of some sort of hereditary monarchy, and not really an elected position, so it seems kind of a strange nomenclature to use.
Well,
Hey, wild rules, bitch.
yeah, exactly. It's just a title. Why are you trying to put me into a box, man?
Well, you just walked out of one.
No, I walked out of a rock, not a box.
Box rocks, whatever.
Oh, fucking...
Oh,
you
the
in a box rock.
Wait, I could put myself in a box rocks.
I will say that the Prime Minister, what was her name again? Argantel. Prime Minister Argantel does have a good ring to it.
Prime Minister. What about Prime Mineral?
Ooh, that's good. You should write that down.
Oh.
Yeah, that is a
All right,
good
at our next meeting, I'm gonna ask if we can change it to Prime Mineral. That makes a lot of sense. Rocks and minerals and things. Okay, hey, wait, I forgot. We have secret agent. He's a Galabdor. He works for us. You know, weird alive rock guy things. Might have seen them around. We had him infiltrate the mine, and they said they overheard several of these Briganocks talking about some sort of secret tunnel that connects the mine to the Motherhorn. Think that the tunnel is hidden by Briganock magic. So if you bust through there, find the tunnel, that's a really good way to get into the castle undetected. And if you mess up the Briganocks on the way in, it's a win-win.
We will see what we can do.
Good. Oh, good gosh. The noise is finally gone. You notice the wind has died down for a brief moment, and the sound of the pickaxes is no longer floating upon it. It's nice to see friendly faces. We don't get much of that over here in Yon. It's so nasty and rocky here. It's great for us, but bad for visitors, you know. Hey, you know what? This puts me in a mood. The Prime Mineral wants to have an extravaganza. How about that? You know what?
Let's have a rock concert!
You got it! And she stamps her feet, and drumming her hooves on the ground, and starts to do this kind of like rhythmic jig jaunt dance across the mountaintop. It's like, and then you start to hear the sound of like, as more of these creatures start to emerge from the stones from along the outside. Each of them sporting some, similar looking features to the rocks that they're emerging from. Velka, you get pushed out of the way as one emerges from right behind you. Excuse me, pardon. You're in my way. All of the other 8
all the other, let's see, actually no, 6 Korred leaders, all representing the other rock clans, Basalt, Marble, Obsidian, Flint, Slate, and Granite, all emerge from the stones, and a festive jig begins to occur. 2 Korreds drum on boulders as the other ones stomp their feet and jump around. The rain abates, and the sky begins to lighten slightly. With wild grins and even wilder hair, the dancing Korreds beckon you to join them.
Come on, join in. It's fun.
I'm immediately in. Oh, though I'm gonna put I'm gonna use Mold Earth to put a design on the ground.
Ooh, cool.
Because you can do it twice. I'll just link it. So with 2 different designs that make it look like a dance floor. Oh, I linked it twice as well, apparently. Yeah, make a little dance floor / something on the ground. Neon glowing lines or something.
Oh,
I don't know.
So Voda, as you've been shaking your jar for this entire conversation, as all of these Korreds come out and they just are like cussing and swearing up a storm and just having a hoot, jumping around, drumming around and stuff like that. You're just shaking your jar. I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, indeed.
I'm sure it's fine.
Let's get hit by 100 copper.
Yeah, just getting thrown.
Making it rain.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Let me make sure that I turn on and off again.
Oh, it's annoying.
Hello, Korred. Yoink. Oh!
Holy shit.
One of the Korreds, the
They're
Granite
strong as
Korred,
fuck.
spins past you and says,
Ah, you brought snacks.
and grabs the jar and just starts jumping around with it and beginning to pour it into his mouth.
Man, I was gonna buy a new art set.
Yeah, that was Kiwi's jar. I was just shaking.
Do I see that at all?
Yeah, absolutely.
The party?
The guy's like
Okay.
going around and just like casually just like,
Ah, these aren't rocks.
and he puts it back onto he just drops it on the ground.
Oh, if he's dropping it, I'll try to catch it with. Oh shit! I'm probably too far away.
He's spinning past you. Give me another dexterity. Just I guess acrobatics or athletics if you're just trying to run and get it.
Yeah. Ooh, 21.
Yep. Tumble
I'll die
over
for
and
it.
just grab it right before, slide on the ground, grab it right before it hits the earth. As there's maybe like a couple, maybe like a dozen or so coins that got consumed by this guy, by the granite individual.
As I land, I'll just go, ah, fuck! I got it! Oh, and I'll put a coin in as I get up. And I'll take it back over. Hand it over.
Oh, thank you. That was gonna buy me a new hat.
What's wrong with your hat now?
The feather's not right.
Feather. It needs a better feather.
We could find you a new feather.
Sure. Haven't found one yet, though. In this place, you gotta always pay. Nothing's free, you know?
Sure. Anybody know where we can find the rock?
A rock.
What if we found a rock's feather?
A rock dove feather.
That's rock without ZK.
There you go. And this is what's going on right now. These homies are just fucking jamming
Oh,
out.
fuck yeah, dude.
That's a party I want to go
This is
to.
big where the wild things are energy.
Exactly.
Yes.
And as they dance around, jumping around, dancing around the hilltop here, there's a weird rhythmic sound as their hooves beat upon the ground. Those banging on the boulders make them sound like drums. And there's this kind of almost a wind chimes sound as their hair, as they like shake their hairy manes, their beards, their beards and their long hair, and it gives off this kind of metallic clanging, but more melodic sound. I don't know how else to describe it other than there's just like the sound of kind of, I guess you could say like chain link fence blowing in the wind and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm imagining like a less annoying wind chime.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. They're just jamming out. One of them reaches out for somebody and says,
Come on, join in. It's fun. I'll teach you the steps.
I'm already in.
"Okay,
Yeah.
give me
I'm down.
a
The clown.
give me a athletics or performance check, depending on how you're deciding to handle this."
Oh, I'm making a spectacle. I'll do my best to make a spectacle.
Okay.
10.
All right. You do all right, but you're definitely getting your feet a little bit tied up. The steps are a little bit more complicated than you actually thought they were, as the hooves seem to just bound across the ground, and your longer kobold clawed feet get caught up in the boulders and pebbles along the top here, and it's like, oh god.
All right, come on. You'll learn. Come on.
And you just get dragged along the circle as they just keep hopping up and down, jumping.
So just go through. Yeah.
So it's like you gotta slow down. You gotta take it one step at a time. So they teach you in Bard College.
All right.
I never went to
Yeah, so you
college.
gotta take it slow and smooth, baby.
Yeah, Kiwi, one of the Argantel comes over and grabs your turtle hand and says,
I've never danced with a Witchlight monarch. Ooh.
and just starts spinning you around the hilltop. And as you spin, you actually begin to get the more intricate parts of this dance and realize that all of them are, it's not just a random movement and steps, it's rhythmic, like, you know, fucking stepping across the sands and dune or some shit. And you can start to realize that their dance steps the movement of their hair and beards is not actually tied to any of the movement that their bodies seem to be making, but more so in the movement of the steps and the movement of the rhythmic clapping and dancing and spinning. With that roll, you've now learned the Korred jig, which allows you, when performed, to manipulate any Korred hair that you might find.
Oh, relevant.
Ooh. What a strangely unique and relevant ability.
How centric, yeah.
So you now have access to, it literally says, you can manipulate any Korred hair that you might find as if you were using this.
Command hair.
Yeah.
That's
Commander.
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 I'm Commander Shepherd.
Oh, I would say during this, at some point, I'd go around to Argantal. Oh god, names.
I like how
Oh, good.
I like how the hair is 20 hit points, so it's like stronger than 5 peasants.
Yeah. Yeah, this is airbender status.
20
Anybody
AC
else? But,
too.
okay, so before you head in there, Zug, anybody else
Yeah.
watching that Kiwi has now got the steps down? Does anybody else want to join in?
I'm doing it.
Yep.
I'm floating the whole time, but like I'm doing it.
All right, so Nutmeg, you can do either a athletics. Anybody who wants to can either do an athletics or performance check, and at advantage this time. Now that you've observed one of your companions completing it.
Yeah, I can see Kiwi doing it in slow motion. It's nice and easy to see.
I know, yeah, it's like watching some steps. All right, Nutmeg, one of the Korreds grabs a hold of you and brings you through the steps, and it's just like,
I can't really see your feet moving, but you know what? You're getting it anyways. Just clap your hands and bob up and down.
so,
All right.
Nutmeg, you learn the jig. You now have the jig in your step. And Velka, you hop alongside them, their hooved feet, your bunny feet, dancing side by side, and you learn the jig as well. Would you like to learn the jig? All right, Rosin's gonna try to learn the jig. Rosin, what would you like to do, athletics or performance? Okay, at advantage. Advantageous performance. See if you can nail this. Oh! They do! Rosin does nail it. Doug, I will allow you to redeem yourself if you'd like.
Yeah, for completeness, we'll see if I can get one. Nope. That's
Zug
fine.
is... I just imagine everybody's dancing around and Zug... Voda, would you... Sorry, last one. Voda, would you like to participate in the dance?
Voda
She
rolled a
did.
19.
Oh, she did? Oh,
It's
chronomatic.
right before me.
Oh, right before
Yeah,
you. Oh, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4, and then Kiwi. Excellent. Okay, So, as everybody is just dancing around, bounding, you hear, your companions clapping in the wagon. Morgort, Clapperclaw, Squirt, Amador, and Gleam. They're just kind of dancing along and clapping to the music. I just imagine, Zug, you're in the middle of the circle just doing the fucking undead WoW / dance. Just like,
yeah, I'm going crazy with it.
Yeah.
I'm just too lost in the excitement to really pay too much attention.
And also, I was focused. Zug has the steps right, but his legs are just way too fucking fast.
Yep.
The beat is all wrong.
Yeah, it's like the what's that style where you like take a song and then speed it up 50%?
Nightcore?
Little Texas style.
Nightcore.
Yeah. Little Texas
or
style?
Little Texas this.
Zug just going Little Texas fucking hardcore beat.
That's it. The one thing I just wanted to do real quick in the middle of all this was to find the queen or prime mineral and say, I have an idea. I want to try something. Can I cast a spell on you?
Give me a persuasion check at advantage.
All right.
Yeah, sure, why not? I'm feeling charitable.
Right now, they take another bite of the stone that they pick up another stone, take a bite of it.
All right, just don't hurt me.
I'm going to try just mold earth on their hair to see if I can grow it out at all. I know it's technically iron, you're saying, so it's not really dirt or stone. But...
Give me a Arcana check with advantage.
Nice.
Okay. They're like, what? Argantel's prime mineral Argantel's like,
What are you doing? What? That feels funny.
Ooh, and they bring their hand up to the side of their head, and you watch in real time as the iron hair on the side of their head, and it just kind of like bing, 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 and grows out, and she's like, oh god, and fucking tips over as that side of her head just gets super heavy with an extra amount of hair that was not there just a moment ago. What the fuck? And it grows out. Yeah, like exactly like that gif.
I look down over, she's falling over. I'm the Hairmancer!
You get a hearty hit on the back of your back from Argantel, as they're just like,
whew, I didn't think that would grow back in another like 4 or 5 years, and you did it in no time. Oh man, thank
you. And then she slaps you across the entire plateau.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Skating to Christ.
You all watch as you're all as the rest of you just like dancing and jamming around in the circle with these joyous chords. Just watch as Zug just does a fucking cartwheel barrel roll. Teeters just like it just hits the granite boulder. It just like it just does like the Looney Tunes like head on the ground, feet in the air, tail up like
That's worth it. And I'll fall over. Just try to shake myself up.
Get that.
But I guess I'll get back to the party. But since it actually did work, after everything calms down, I'd probably offer to do that for any of them who want hair grown back out.
Yeah, some of them are missing like small patches and things like that. And the party does. They begin to get tired, and the party does begin to die back down, and the weather abates, or the weather comes back again, though not that bad. And they seem to just be kind of hanging out for the evening. It would be, if any of you want to take a longer rest, this would probably be a good time to do it here. Under the protection of the Korreds, and on a high vantage point with the night sky above. All the Korreds are now just kind of panting and just sitting back on their asses, hooves in the air.
We never had a rumpus like that in such a long time. It's crazy. Woo!
Party!
Thank you, my little lizard friend, for assisting us with our hair problems.
Yeah, happy to help. Didn't know that'd work, but glad it did.
Indeed. Well, what have you all been up to while you've been here in Prismere?
Like, they're now just passing around some rocks for... There's a platter of rocks just getting passed around as they are now having their dinner.
I mean, we kind of just got here, right? Like, we've been here
Feels
like an
like-
hour or two.
No, I mean,
Yeah, yep, you're
I
wrong.
know you're here in Yon to take care of, just going
no,
after
prisoner,
Endolin,
let's-
but in general, I'm assuming this isn't your first stop. You seem like you kind of know your way around.
Oh, we've
Sorry,
gotten very lucky.
we've just been in Eon. We've been in prisoner. I forgot how words around here work.
What was that, Mr. Kiwi?
Oh, I was saying, we haven't been here too long, and quite frankly, it's almost an accident we got this far. But, we all lost something. We're trying to find it,
Oh, doesn't seem like an accident. You guys all seem like you're pretty hardy individuals. Got good brains in your noggins, good rocks in your socks. That's all good stuff. Write that down. That's a Korred saying. It's important. Rocks in your socks. Means you got good vibes. You got good intentions. You got good direction. Compass is good. You don't got rocks in your socks, you don't know where you're going. The rock will talk to you, tell you where to go.
So, those of you who play sports, do you call yourselves rock jocks? Like,
Yeah, I mean, we have rock jock straps, of course.
that makes sense. You don't want to,
Nothing
Take one of the
nothing worse
stones
than if you're a boy Korred and you get kicked in the rocks. That's horrible.
Yeah, you always want to get those off. You don't want to.
exchanges.
You get kicked in the rocks, then their hair stands on end, and it all makes that horrible boinging noise, and then it's just terrible, and then it gets curled. The hair. Also, sometimes it gets a little bit, it might be a little bit personal, but us Korred's got some pretty gnarly pubes as well. Just gotta say.
Yeah, can I
I can't
manipulate
tell where to begin.
all hair?
Look at
Yeah.
my fucking steel wool.
Exactly. And one of the male Korreds like opens up their shirt and there's just a fucking like I'm just like
God.
Where's
I
this
also put a
like?
copper in the jar.
Yeah, we're bristly all over. We're just like a big old Brillo pad.
That's neat. I don't have any hair.
What? Oh yeah, you don't. That's unfortunate.
I am a hare.
You're all yeah. That's funny. Yeah, you did a good joke. You're definitely all hair. That's funny. Oh, we haven't had a good rumpus stomp around like that in such a long time. It's really good to know that you're here to right these wrongs. Prismir's been, to be honest, quite a state for quite some time with this Hourglass Coven taking over. It's just been, nothing's been the same. When Zyblina was in charge, stuff was good. I mean, she was still a pretty, stern ruler. She had a rule. She upholded the rule of 3, as always, but she upholded it in the right way. Not in this weird, strange way that everybody in all 3 of these Hourglass Coven individuals seem to hold it up. Each of them were like, I don't know, feeling like warlords, each with their little fortress and stuff like that. I hope you can bring it back to the way it was. That's all I'm saying.
Is that this?
That
Is
is
the
our-
hope?
That's our plan. Yeah.
Well,
Now, I think that we need to be on our way towards finding this tunnel.
yeah, but why don't you take a rest here right now? It looks like some of you got into a bit of a scuffle. I can see. Well, Kiwi, you're looking like you still got some holes poked in you.
Oh, I do. Those weren't there this morning.
Right, but
Yeah.
we need to.
A rest would be nice.
Yeah, don't
Alright.
worry. We'll provide the security, and this is a great spot. I mean, obviously we can't put you inside rocks; you wouldn't survive. But we can at least,
and then they
come on. Let's make a little bit of a house for them here.
and all the Korreds get together and they use stone shape. And
I just imagine they just
and craft a wave-like cave where the stone of the plateau just now arcs over giving you shelter out of the elements, where you can have a protected sleep for the evening. And it's a pretty cool spectacle as all 8 of them get together and wave their
like
hands.
the Amish barn.
Yeah,
barn
exactly. Raising a barn, baby.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. Seems a good place to sleep as any. Possibly better. Definitely better. Looking up at the rain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, as you all get your
That's what
long
they're
rest,
resting,
is there anything as the night goes on? You watch the Korreds kind of, they wave goodnight, yawn, and back into their, just walk into their respected stones around the perimeter. Some of them, you can now, as the night gets a little bit on, you can hear the snores of some of them now as they're less worried that there's feeling secure with you all here. Some of them have their heads and their snouts, their faces and their snouts kind of just drooping out of the stones themselves. One of them has like a foot sticking out. Another one a hand. Some of their hair sticks out. But overall, it's almost like they've tucked themselves into bed in these stone pillars. So,
unless there's any discussion we want to do about our plans, but other than that, we can probably do that after a long rest too.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice night. The fire has been lit back up, and out of the elements in the rain, you and all of your fucking menagerie of companions are in shelter and just hanging out. Amador is asleep with Polynella nestled up inside of his dandelion tuft top. Clapperclaw, Morgort, and Squirt are all kind of huddled up in a giant weird scarecrow frog oil can puddle. And the owlbear is snuggled up nearly on top of them. The owlbear obviously feels like thinks that it's some sort of lapdog owlbear. And Gleam is just leaned back against the edge of the cave, just looking off into the distance as another streak of lightning, one of those every hourly streaks of lightning, arcs through the multiple beacons and hits the top of the Motherhorn Castle.
All right. I guess we sleep.
Yeah, if there's nothing anybody wants to do, then you get a long rest. All of you heal up, spell slots back, all that fun stuff.
Gosh, the bee is literally sitting on his face.
Yeah.
Nice.
The night it's odd because as you do get your rest and you sleep, but the night sky remains dark the entire time. It seems that there is no sense of sun. You saw like the weather got clear when the party happened, but overall Yon is indeed basically an endless night.
Just a continual storm.
Kind
night.
of constant low intensity storm.
Alright. I think there's anything from the notes that we were supposed to do here.
You get up in the morning and the Korreds are all yawning in their individual rocks, most sleeping. But Argantel is up and scratches her butt and walks over.
Well, wherever you're off to, best of luck. I hope that you are able to help out with this, and dethrone or get rid of Endolin. If you need our help, we'll be there. I don't really know how to send a signal, but you know, it just maybe we'll know. We'll know.
I apparently have a horn in my backpack. I hold that up. I can blow this if we need your help. If we're in earshot or something. I don't know. I just found it.
Okay. Maybe.
Anyways, I think we gotta go look at the tunnels.
That would be good. And once again, find any evidence of them meddling and siding with Endolin, that confirms our theories. And we know that they're up to no good.
What if we prove the opposite? Yeah.
Yes, that's not to say.
He thinks for a moment, the Prime Mineral. Scratches her beard and her head and her newly long side hair.
Well, if they aren't in league with Endolin, I would be willing to form a truce. Have a conversation. But only if they truly are not. Otherwise, they're still our sworn enemies.
Yeah, understandable. Okay. Good enough for us, I think.
Right? Best of luck. I'm gonna go to sleep. I was up all night. I'm hungover from all the rocks.
Rocks have,
what's the equivalent of?
Like,
Yeah.
Rock hangs.
so your basic food gets you drunk?
It's like special quartz or something.
Yeah, you didn't see the rocks I was eating last night.
To be fair, I wouldn't know the difference.
Yeah, you'll know.
Are there
I'm not a
any puddles
geologist.
of any puddles of rock vomit around?
Yeah, there's
It's
gravel.
Sand.
There's gravel and sand.
That wasn't there the night before.
Yeah.
Is sand cocaine for them?
Sand is definitely their shit or piss. I don't. One or the other.
Much
Shit
pissing
or fire.
sand.
Oh God, sorry. Yeah, that's terrible. I don't want to even think about that. All right.
I guess we'll then. I guess we'll figure out where the noise was coming from. Well, we saw the rock was being thrown in a certain direction. So
Oh yeah.
just head in that direction.
You can definitely pick out that direction. As you all gather up, get back into your lovely car and Clapperclaw. And goodbye. See you later, weird. Wait, sorry. See you later, you lovely Korreds. You gotta get out of here.
Yeah, just peel out.
Peel out, circling back down Lockberry Hinge Plateau, and off towards the southeast, where you can see in the distance a light emanating from what looks to be interesting, peaked, like craggy. I don't even know what to call that. It's not really even a mountain. It's like like
a natural castle or something.
Exactly. So, as you meander your way down the rocks, through the craggy pathways, the wind and the lightning striking the lightning rods above you, you find yourselves in making your way through what seems to be kind of a low, craggy valley or crevasse, as the jagged rocks reach up on either side of you, giving this kind of torn view of the night sky above you. And then suddenly you see a shadow looming over the pathway in front of you and covering almost the majority of your cart. You hear a
Uh-oh.
You hear
It's ominous.
looking up, you see a large dark shape leap from one of the cliffside jagged rocks and come just like plummeting down and come. Come. This thing
Gosh, this
lands
isn't right.
with a sudden as the ground shakes beneath you and the cart. The owlbear rears up and just comes to a quick halt. Everybody in the car just, whoa! You all get rocked forward as you see what looks to be a giant of some sort standing up in the middle of the path in front of you. Their outfit, however, is very odd. You can't see their face because there seems to be a silken veil that covers most of their face, that dangles from this like wide-brimmed hat that sits atop their head. They stand there, and you see them bring up a staff and put it onto the ground as they like, you know, stomp the staff onto the ground. You hear an odd buzzing sound.
Beekeeper! Beekeeper! It's the beekeeper!
Before you, you see a... yeah, this is what you see.
Not the bees!
That was the name that they gave us, wasn't it?
So, as lightning strikes, and you now see that beneath that silken veil of the beekeeper's hat, there is a single eye. The Cyclopean beekeeper now stands before you, a staff with a giant beehive dangling from it, menacingly pointed at you, as Amador says, "I will save you. I will not let this I will not let this tyrant take you back, Polynella. Have at thee!" And he leaps off the cart and stands in the middle of the road.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, I'm gonna get her out of the cart just to get to the ground and figure out what the hell's going on.
Yep.
I guess we all are, yeah.
Yeah, we in this, boys.
Oh wow, this is jagged terrain.
Yep, Mudlump stands there. The Cyclopean beekeeper that Amador told you about. And it points their free hand in your general direction over Amador's shoulder at Polynella the bee and says,
Common, the motherfucker. Do you speak it?
Someone get this man a Snickers!
Yeah, none of you understand what they're saying. They look at they look at all of you expectantly.
I assume that you do not speak the common?
Is he surrounded by bees still from that hive?
There are currently no bees around them.
Okay,
They are
just the hive.
but you do hear an angry buzzing sound every time they shake that staff, or you know, stomp it on the ground. Hit its butt on the ground.
How long does a ritual cast take to go off? Is it 1 minute?
10 minutes.
It's 10 minutes. Never mind. Okay.
10 minutes plus casting time.
Right. So it's like 11 for this one. Okay. I'll hold on to that. I might use it, but I want to see what's happening first.
He just angrily... Amador paces forward. Don't worry, Polynella. I will defend you. The head of the dandelion looks up, like 15, 20 feet in the air, at the eye of Mudlump, the beekeeper. She does not want to be with you. She wants to be with me. We are in love. You cannot do this. Please. The beekeeper does not seem to understand.
Damn it. Someone else do something. I'm thinking of things.
Can I pretend to flap my wings and pretend to pollinate a flower nearby to distract them?
Okay, so do you want to try to do... Are you trying to do some interpretive dance? Like, what are you trying to do? Like, I don't think so. Basically, it doesn't sound like any of you can communicate with this thing, right?
No, not inherently.
Understand, but not speak. I'm just gonna, for the fuck of it, start speaking in Sylvan. Do you understand Sylvan?
You speak Sylvan, and he, Mudlump looks in your general direction and spits on the ground. Evidently doesn't like Sylvan too much.
Probably doesn't like Goblin too much either, then.
You speak Goblin?
I do.
So.
Goblin these nuts.
God, Jesus Christ! All right. You hear a loud crack as one of the sharp rocky outcrops, plummets from the cliffside and skewers Velka,
shit.
and he takes
A little rocks fall. I love it.
So Kiwi, actually, you understood a very like rudimentary, like 1 or 2 words. Giant and goblin are actually kind of weirdly similar. They are of a you know, they kind of have a similar etymology. Is that the right word? Not
Sure.
entomology.
Etymology.
Etymology.
Entomology is insects.
So yeah, we have a good overlap here for some reason. It works
Yeah.
for both.
No. So you hear when he was yelling at the beginning, you hear a few words that you understand. Stole and need queen, mead, best mead.
I relay that to the group and just kind of like, it sounds like, you know, we might not be in the wrong for trying to, you know, help love here, but we are, you know, hurting a small business owner.
let me ask. I think I can ask the source themselves, get a different perspective. I'll just try to cast Speak with Animals, and start buzzing at the bees that are in the hive.
Oh, cool. Okay.
It's like, hey, Big Man here wants to bring back your queen. You guys happy in there?
So the rest
You
of the
like this
party,
guy?
the rest of the party hears.
Buzz, buzz, buzz.
And actually, Voda. Wait, doesn't Voda just inherently have that as a? I can't remember.
I also can just understand the giant, but here we are.
Wait, you can?
Yeah, she plays
cast
comprehend
it.
language.
Oh, you cast it. I didn't see you
5
cast
minutes
that.
ago.
I apologize. I didn't hear you say that. So 2 things are happening right now. So we have Zug speaking with the bees, asking them about the queen. And Voda, you continuously do hear that he is angrily yelling, "You stole Queen Bee! Mudlump need queen to make honey mead! Best mead in Yon!" And the bees communicate back to you, Zug. They say, "We don't really know. We can always get another queen. She just didn't really want to do her job. She wasn't making any more babies."
I don't know how to respond to this. Okay. Do you like being in there?
Mudlump
Is this a
is good beekeeper. He has really nice hives. Keeps us well fed. Lots of flowers. Lots of honey.
Okay, cool. And I'll turn and tell that to the group. Well, I was like, the bees are kind of happy, I guess, but they seem lukewarm about, what was the name of the bee again?
Pollinella.
Pollinella. They seem kind of lukewarm on Pollinella. They could just make another one, I guess. Wait, can you tell the giant that?
So,
Or
Voda
you
can
only
comprehend, but she cannot speak.
Hmm.
And the bees reply back,
We can't talk to this guy. What are you, crazy?
I have a thought, and this is deep.
yeah, how are you guys going to sort this out?
I want to draw a pictograph.
Go for it. Okay. So, as you're thinking of this, you see Amador turns to you all and just says, What is going on? And you see his little leaf hand shaking, the rapier just like ding-ding-ding-ding. I love Pollinella. What we have is eternal. I will
true
defend
love and
that
all
to the
that.
death.
That's fine. We're working on diplomacy. Just hold your horses.
You see like a bead of dew dripping down the stem.
Jeez.
Okay, Voda, what's your plan? What do you got?
Okay, so I want to get his attention.
Okay.
And then draw like a beehive with a bunch of bees and then a bunch of happy faces on top of it.
Okay, you see Mudlump. You see Mudlump's single eye squint, and he's like, you understand him as he says,
What you drawing? Drawing too tiny. Need to get close. And he starts walking over. Amador goes, no.
Hold up.
He's
Kiwi,
not being
Kiwi.
aggressive.
Can you calm the flower? Or nutmeg? You have some herbal enhancements.
Hey,
Yeah, I can calm some things down.
dude, is that cannibalism?
I don't know. It's a different species.
Yeah, I guess it wouldn't be. It would be,
Okay.
it would be the equivalent of being a carnivore, though.
No,
So-
it's the equivalent of getting high off of like licking a toad.
Oh, hell yeah.
So
What an
yeah,
oddly
is anybody like
appropriate
you watch as Mudlump comes, starts stomping over, and Amador looks like he's about to lunge at the giant.
I put a hand on his shoulder.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
grab him by the
Question
stem.
mark?
He is not being aggressive, just walking.
Yeah,
I will
Amador's
be on my
gonna like,
guard.
Hold me back then.
Yes, be on your guard, but do not be stupid.
You gotta stay back. Don't let him grab you. Paula. Oh, I'm buzzing at Paulinella now.
I won't let the big brute grab me. Don't worry, I'm too fast.
All right. So
All right.
Mudlump comes over and kneels down, holding onto his staff. The incessant buzzing is still emanating from him, but he looks down, his eye blinking. What you drawing? Oh, happy hive. Yes, Mudlump have many happy hive.
Then I draw an arrow, and I draw a picture of him with a mug and smiley faces.
Oh yeah, that me, that Mudlump.
I want
Mudlump
to see
like
Jan's actual
me.
interpretation of this.
Mudlump good. Mudlump make good meat. Yes.
And then I draw a bee with a crown, and then I point at Pollinella,
Yes, that is my bee.
and then I erase the happy faces above the hive and draw sad faces.
Be sad?
I draw an arrow of
Be
Pollinella
sad.
to the hive.
Well,
Sorry, can you tell me what you're trying to communicate
So
to?
I'm trying to convey that the hive is sadder with Pollinella first.
Oh,
Oh, you can also draw that she'd make no babies. That was the other thing they didn't like about her.
I give a shush motion to Zug.
I'm just buzzing the whole time.
Is that part comprehended?
yeah.
Okay.
Mudlump nods.
Mudlump have many hives. Pollinella or queen bee. Only one queen from one hive. But still my property.
So I point at the hive with the frowny faces, and then I look to the drawing of him, and I wipe away the mug, and then redraw frowny faces.
Oh.
As you're doing this, I want you to give me a performance check at advantage, please.
Hell yeah, let's go. One thing my character is made for.
Woohoo! 24.
Yeah, very nice. So this entire process, everybody is watching, and slowly Mudlump moves from the kind of like one knee down to just a as he just sits on his butt, crisscross applesauce, and is very intently watching Voda. I'm assuming using like a stick or like the end of your paintbrush staff, just drawing in the dirt and dust of the road in front of you. Amador seems to be a little bit less on edge, and whispers to you, Voda.
Tell him that I'm in love. Tell him that Pollinella loves me, not him.
Do I get any sense that he gives a single shit about that?
I don't know. What do you mean, Mudlump?
Yeah.
Hard to tell. He doesn't understand what Amador is saying. Mudlump looks to you, and in Giant says, "Why funny flower point stick at me?" Mudlump squash?
No. I erase the arrow between Polynel and the Hive, and then I draw a little arrow to a new drawing of fucking whatever his name is.
Amador.
Amador, thank you.
Shake the can.
And I draw hearts, and then I make the faces above the Hive happy faces again.
Mudlump looks down. What heart mean? Heart mean happy? Heart
I give him a
mean...
thumbs up.
There's a moment where you watch like Mudlump's eye strains trying to understand this concept. What mean heart between two?
I do the. Wait, I can't understand this. Never mind.
Yeah.
I turn to the group and say, how do you explain love to a giant?
I do the circle finger and index
Yeah, and
finger extended.
I immediately slap him.
I'm also vigorously humping the air while he does that.
Oh God.
I'm gonna use
Sorry, I'm just imagining that everybody's trying to be sincere, and the camera just goes over to Zug, who's just like, yeah.
I'm gonna use my second spell slot.
Oh no.
And my last spell slot to cast Create Water and drop it on both of Velkai.
I mean, we had a long rest. We should have.
I used it for.
Oh, right, you only have like 2 slots. Never mind.
yeah,
never mind.
warlock shit.
I just get they get slammed to the ground by the water.
This is a proper use of this spell.
Yes. Just cold water, cold bath, cold shower, baby.
I kind of just like do like the arms outstretched, like looking down at myself. And
Just
then
wet rabbit.
I'm gonna give Voda a big hug.
Oh god.
Mudlump looks as Mudlump observes the party doing all of these things. Mudlump's eye grows wide, and they smile, and they look at you, Voda, as you seem to be the defunct translator right now, or de facto translator right now. And Mudlump points down to the drawing that you drew, points over to Polynella, points to the drawing, goes, that. Them! And he points over to Polynella and Amador. Polynella is perched precariously on Amador's shoulder, just kind of shuddering.
I know.
He smiles. Mudlump smiles and points at their chest. Me want.
Shit.
Uh-oh. Out of the frying pan into the fire.
Does he want love or does he want the bee?
He wants the bee Udi.
I think he wants to fuck the bee.
Oh no.
Damn, this bee, like, making eyes.
He looks to you. As everybody is just trying to figure out what he's saying, he looks to you, Voda, and he says, me want what they have.
Oh.
I got that part. I'm racking my brain here.
Help find?
He needs to use Bumble.
God damn, stop.
It's too perfect, sorry.
Never apologize.
Oh my god.
This is a whole new problem.
Can you explain that to us?
We now have to find giant love.
Needs to find his
Mudlump understand.
We have to find his other eye.
That he points at the heart you drew over the head of the drawing of Amador and Polynella. More big, more strong than Mead. Mudlump understand. Mead good, but that better.
Mudlump want better. Help
This
find?
is part one, but goddamn, man, you're putting us in a bind.
Not now, but help look. If find, tell Mudlump. Mudlump want
I just
other
nod.
Mudlump.
Bloodlump pet. Got it.
We gotta find Blood Mump.
Oh, ooh, oh,
Really ungas your bunga, does it?
oh, oh, oh.
Oh, he
Starts
goes your
vigorously
boy.
humping the air. Yeah.
Mudlump understand flower and bee together. Hive survive. Mead make. New queen find.
I don't know. Never mind, I don't know this. Okay.
Want mead?
I turn the group just like still racking my brain. It's like, does anyone want mead?
Yeah.
Sure.
I won't turn it down.
Have you told us what he's been asking around right now, or
I
you just
have
asking?
given the gist.
Okay.
I literally said we have to find giant love, and then I have not said anything since.
All right, I will just quickly then also buzz back at the hive. Ah! Probably need to make a new queen.
Sounds like
It's
you
okay,
searched
we'll
for
find
queen
one.
of
That
his own.
queen was lazy. She didn't want to make us any new babies and was just like loafed around and watched soap operas all day.
I'm looking over at Paulinella. Can she hear this?
It's true.
Dude,
I was
this
reading
is-
romance novels and watching novellas.
Yeah. Okay, it checks out. Good luck.
Mudlump stands up and gestures down the pathway.
Mudlump home. That way. Come and see hives. Come and see mead. Give mead. Maybe understand more about Mudlump's traits and what Mudlump can do, so can communicate to other Mudlumps that Mudlump is good Mudlump for partner.
Oh, this is great. We're gonna go drink and make a Giants dating profile. This is
Yeah, we gotta build a
D&D.
profile.
we are the dating app.
Yeah, this is great. I fucking love it.
So Mudlump stands up, holding onto his bee staff, and starts walking down the pathway.
Come, come, come.
Is that him
Alright.
talking, or is that the sound he makes when he walks? Because he's so big.
Come, come, come.
Okay.
Wants us to go with him.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, all right.
Sure.
All right.
Roll with you.
You make your way down the pathway, and very soon in this craggy crevasse, you find there's a pile of rocks that Mudlump just and moves this like large pile of rocks to the side.
Sorry, forgot key. Need to keep door closed.
And you see a alternative pathway, and already in the distance you can hear as you hear the sound of bees buzzing in the distance. So, let's take a quick break. Mudlump leads you down the road to his wonderful house, and we'll come back and see what you guys want to do. And help him
Hell
out. Find love.
Okay.
Find Mudlump love. Alright. 5
True
minutes.
love.
Be right True love.
Love.
We'll be right back.
Marriage.
Marriage. Alright. Don't go anywhere. Be right back.
sketches from today are so fucking funny. I love this one. The judge is just like, you fucking serious?
I do not envy that individual's private life right now.
Oh no, no, that's really bad. There's been images of his daughter. Yeah, and there's another one where he posts a picture of him. Yeah, posts a picture of himself with a baseball bat swinging at the judge's head. You know, this is exactly what you want to do when you're on trial in front of that judge. It's completely deranged. It's insane that this is even. I don't know. I don't get off on that tangent right now because I'll just be unhappy. And I found a Pop-Tart. I haven't eaten a Pop-Tart in ages. Oh, and this is just the spicy appetizer to the 3 other major investigations that are going on. So this is sort of pop the cherry on. Oh yes, you can actually do the indictments, which is something that was still be kind of heat and hot about because there's no precedent for it. So now that precedent is broken, it's as long as the grand jury finds enough evidence within those cases, then those will also go to trial. So those will probably be much bigger cases on top of this, and it's going to be, as I said, this next few months to a few years is going to be very interesting for a lot of reasons, but this is quite something. Welcome to France.
The irony of Mr. Lock Her Up.
Right, going into arraignment.
People are saying.
I mean, one thing that is encouraging is the fact that all these massive protests are like dozens of pro-Trump folks. They're not that many. There are some already in prison for January 11th, or 6th anyways.
So, back at it again. Party finds themselves in front of Mudlum's home.
That looks way too small for him.
Doesn't need.
He's a humble cyclops.
He's a humble cyclops. So,
wait, I love the honeycomb.
This
in
whole
there.
thing is his home. This is the wall. That's his bedroom.
no, as you go through, you find yourself in front of some tumbled down, moss-covered ruins. There is about a 30-foot diameter stone tower that once protruded from a mountainside. There's a small garden where you see 3 fat, 6-foot tall mushrooms. Mudlump walks over to one of the nearest ones, and he steps forward and grabs the top of the mushroom. It just pulls it off with a soft bonk sound.
Oh, shit.
And takes a mug off of his belt and dips it into the mushroom. Want mead? He says as he brings the mug out and it is filled with a golden liquid.
What's he saying?
I assume I'm translating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can swing that. I raise my arms up like a kid asking for uppies.
Oh, nice. Mudlump comes over.
Just that mug is big.
Oh yeah, the mug's huge. The mug is giant-sized, cyclops-sized mug. But he looks around. Mudlump looks around and finds what seems to be just his version of a thimble, that is on one of the chairs nearby. Obviously, and you can see there's some material nearby the chair that it looks like he does some sewing and repair of his beekeeper outfit around here. And he hands you the thimble. The thimble is about the size of a pint glass for you.
Let's fucking go.
And he carefully pours some of this mead into the thimble.
I'll eagerly watch. Not take a sip to see what happens.
I take a very big, respectful gulp.
And you taste some of the most delightful mead you have ever tasted in your life.
Oh, that hits good. That hits good.
It warms your stomach has the sweetness of you can taste the sweetness of the honey, and you can tell that Mudlump is a craftsman. He's placed some sort of other herbs or something in here that's given it a little bit more of a there's some like maybe some cinnamon in there or some clove or something. There's some other aspects that give it a a nice herbaceous taste to that mead. It's good.
Speaking of herbs, I know would go great with this. And I take some hits.
As you smoke,
I want to try the meat as you do that. Yeah.
As you smoke, Mr. Nutmeg, and you blow out the smoke, you watch as like you see this gigantic, great beehive to the western or eastern side of this thing. It looks to be that there is. It's huge. It's more massive than the beehive that Mudlump carries on his staff. It fills out an ancient rotted out tree stump on the side of the tower, and the stump is 10 feet tall and 20 feet wide, like huge. This used to be a gigantic tree.
Wow.
The stump is and it has openings on the top, which you can see that probably would reach down to the hive. On the side though, there is a 6 foot high, 3 foot wide opening on the side of the stump, and even from here you can see that it is a cavity filled with honeycombs and swarming with bees. That's probably the route that Amador took to get to the bees. But as you blow the exhale, Nutmeg, your smoke wafting upon the air, you watch as some of the bees that are buzzing around a little bit frantically calm down and just kind of mellow out.
I wonder if everyone in the hive wants a hit. I want to explore the inside of a hive.
Zug, you get some of the mead poured for you as well. Anybody else want some?
Oh, hell yes.
I'll have some.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And I think I will defer to Porkins on this one. Is mead typically less alcoholic or more alcoholic than like a beer or an ale?
Oh, it's way more alcoholic than a beer and ale. It's more like, depending on how you mix it, it's more akin to like a strong wine.
Got it.
Ooh, yeah, it makes sense. Strong and sweet.
Okay. I don't think Nutmeg needs to roll for this because he's used to this type of shit. But Velka, Zug, and Kiwi, why don't you roll me Constitution saving throws real quick?
Yeet. Oh, we good.
Don't need that.
All right.
I'm small.
Yeah, Kiwi, you're good. Zug is solid. And Velka, you feel that warm, fuzzy sensation in your tummy, and you start to just smile from bunny ear to bunny ear as the mead just hits you just right.
That is some good shit.
Mm.
Copper.
So Mudlump keeps, he fills up anybody else's mead cups that want anything, but he points around and says, Mudlump good at make mead and at make bee make honey. Mudlump make best mead in all of yon. Mudlump want someone who love mead or food as much as Mudlump love mead and food. Yes?
Alright.
That makes sense to me.
I have a notebook out. I'm writing down.
Okay, like someone take. Yep, start filling it in.
Just like connoisseur of fine foods and drink.
Mudlump looking for a Mudlump same size as Mudlump.
How far down in size would you be willing to go?
Not small that Mudlump crush, but okay if slightly smaller.
That way at least.
Gotcha.
Okay, between 15 and 20 feet. Got it.
Oh. Also, Mudlump like poetry.
Writing down warrior poet.
That all. Mudlump, man of little words.
mostly make mead. 10 bees. Oh. Mudlump give payment?
Fine with whores.
Mudlump give collateral. Find Mudlump, for promise find Mudlump, love.
Super casual. I'll give you this beer. You just have to find my love.
Oh no, more beer, more than beer. He opens the door to the tower and you hear him reach around in a flagstone. He moves something on the ground. And he pulls out what looks to be some sort of like an arrow quiver.
Oh.
Too small for Mudlump. No use. Maybe you use?
Well, I've got these, and I hold up my arms with the bracers of archery on them.
Oh.
I would go. I just need to find myself a bow.
Oh, good. Mudlump give. You find Mudlump love. Mudlump happy.
All right. I will take the quiver from him. We will find love. I point at him. I draw a heart in the dirt, and I give him a thumbs up.
Good.
This is a regular sized quiver.
Yes.
Well,
But there's something odd about it. As he hands it to you, you see that there is what looks to be a spear sticking out of it.
I pull the spear out.
You pull a full spear out.
Well.
Wait, that doesn't make sense. Hold on, I want to try something. And I'm going to take all of my instigator's rods, and I'm going to see if I can slide them inside into that quiver.
They all fit?
Yay! I don't have to carry him anymore, unless someone else wants to use this thing.
I mean,
for now, until we...
yeah, for now. I don't have a bow to go with these bracers, but apparently Faith wants me to be the archer of the group.
Well, why don't you wear those and keep the rods on?
Mudlump have?
Sorry, what was that, Chuckles?
Oh, I said you'll keep the quiver, and you'll have the instigator rods on you then.
That
just
works.
makes it easier. Yeah, for now, until there's a use for it.
Yep, and it's just gonna be a like, hey, here, and I toss it to you, kind of a thing. So.
Oh no, so you hold on to it.
Okay.
So, and also during the long rest, Rosin attuned to the stone that, didn't attune, but figured out what the stone is that was given to her by the Korred prime mineral. So I will need to note this down, but Rosin has a stone of good luck.
Oh, hell yeah.
Ooh.
I assume that gives a luck point or something like that.
No, it's +1 to all saving throws, I believe.
Oh, damn! So that's nice.
However, is a stone of good luck that lasts for 24 hours.
Oh.
Crafted. Well crafted.
Okay, good for a day.
Okay. Mudlump looks around and he says, "Oh, Mudlump need to find another queen. But you go find Mudlump his queen." Bye-bye. And he just goes back to working.
And we're still all hearing the second hand through Voda.
Yeah. Translation.
Voda with the most deadpan face and delivery. With that, he goes, for a queen.
Well, we know queens can be elected now, so maybe they should ask the beast to elect one. Oh, I could tell them to do that. Or just, it's his problem, whatever.
All right, well, let's be on our way and look for, well, keep an eye out for some sort of cyclops.
Did he specify the number of eyes he needed?
He did not.
He did not. No.
Just size. Okay. Poetry size. Okayness with bees. Got it.
Well, I like that. Okayness. Just, be okay with bees.
Like
Must love bees.
Like the meat, like the poetry, like the food.
Oh yeah,
God,
that was
we're gonna find someone and be like, oh yeah, so how are you with bees? Then she's gonna look over and see the flower like kissing the bee. Like, like,
yeah, just like that.
All right. So, you leave Mudlum to his beekeeping as he starts trying to find another queen bee. Maybe there's one in his staff. Maybe he'll just go and find another. Who knows? But the cart trundles onward as you continue towards the southeast and the Briganock mine distance. The wind blows. You hunker down in the back of the cart. The mountain passes. Continue onwards. As you eventually see ahead of you what looks to be another cart heading in your direction. A wooden wagon trundles. A wooden wagon trundles towards you. You can hear the wheels squeaking in the distance. And you can see that it is accompanied by what looks to be a tall figure, swathed in long robes and a cowl.
Ominous.
Yeah. Very, very standard D&D.
Just keep on keeping on.
Yeah.
As you get closer, you can see that there's something painted on the wagon. The wagon is decorated with what looks to be a stormy, windswept landscape, resembling the landscape around you. And as you nearly cross paths with it, you hear a as two doors swing open on their own on the side of this cart. And you see that it is a puppet theater with black velvet curtains drawn across it.
Going to a map does not calm me down.
Nope.
We heard something about marionettes or performances. Stay on script. A cat, a horn, or a shadow rip. No, that's not it.
Just in general, that's like Endelin's whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, her whole thing is stage performance.
And
do you? So
puppetry.
this wagon, seemingly not really pulled by anybody, or by this, seemingly pulled by this strange attendant or walking next to it. It just stops as you kind of like cross paths or going in each direction. Flapperclaw looks back and with the reins in his lobster hands and says, should I stop? What's going on?
Yeah, I want to see what this is.
Room to keep going.
Whoa!
The guy, the hooded figure didn't say or anything, right? They
No.
just-
So, the wagon opens up, and you can see that there's this, like some sort of miniature theater stage, puppet theater, and the figure with the black cowl silently moves behind the cart and seems to walk up some steps behind it, now just like towering over the cart itself. And you notice you can't see any face in the hood of this thing.
Of course not.
The hands reach out over the roof of the cart, and you see silvery strings descend down into the wagon. And then the curtains draw back. And you see...
sorry, from the hands of this figure?
Of this thing, of this attendant.
Got it.
The stage is dark. But then suddenly you hear ping, 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 as lights magically pop up inside of this, or pop a light inside of the cart. And on the stage you see revealed marionettes. 6 of them. A little kobold marionette.
Oh god.
A little turtle marionette. 2 Harangon marionettes. And 2 fairy marionettes.
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 Yeah.
And they are... and the backdrop shows prop of a wagon. And there is a makeshift, like, frog plushie. Frog plushie. Scarecrow plushie. Owlbear plushie. And oil can plushie. Alongside what looks to be just a dandelion flower.
Yep, there you go.
And a crudely made stick figure of a elf acrobat. And the marionettes come to life. Dancing and dancing and talking and talking. Or just dancing and dancing, and in silence, you watch as the backdrop starts to move, showing a road changing into a valley, changing into a rocky crag, and then another marionette drops down from above, a large giant marionette, and you watch in a weird surreal thing as you relive the moments, not but like an hour ago, of you talking to the beekeeper, talking to Mudlump. All through silence, though, you watch as the Voda marionette pantomimes drawing something on the ground. And there's a conversation that you can see the Zug marionette talking to the Mudlump's staff. And then there is the scene, basically like a little hearts appear above Mudlump's head. Hearts appear above Amador and Polinella's head. And then all the marionettes turn towards you all and take a bow. And then
I clap. This man's good.
Yeah, it's like, that's creepy as fuck, but
well,
coin in the jar.
It opens up again, and you see the scene of the house, and you see you guys having drinks, talking with Mudlump. Then it closes again, and then it opens again, and now it shows all of you standing around a tiny replica of the same wagon that is performing the show.
If I get in really close, can I see tiny
Spaceballs.
Yeah. It's just a fractal. It's just a fractal going deeper and deeper and deeper as you stare into it. You start to just get dizzy as you just see more of the wagon, you, 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 the wagon, you.
My brain hurts.
And then Velka, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Of course. Yeah.
You're vibing with this.
You all watch as Velka's like leaning forward further and further and further, and then suddenly, like confetti shoots out of the cart, and a banner emblazoned with the words "To be continued" unfurls in front of the scene.
Right, that's fuck you.
The curtains close. The hooded figure steps down from on top of the cart and walks around to the front, reaches into its robes, and presents and holds out 6 rolled up scrolls.
I thought it was
them out to each of you.
on us.
Yep, I'll take it.
Clapping as I reach out for one.
Just to be safe, I'm going to give a copper as a tip in exchange for the scroll, if it will accept it.
It doesn't accept it.
I'll leave it on the ledge of the cart.
Okay.
I'm gonna open up the scroll and read that it's probably an invitation, if I had to guess.
Each one looks like a ticket, with a tiny puppet on the ticket resembling each of you. So each of you have what ticket that shows a Velka puppet, a Zug puppet, Rosin puppet, a nutmeg puppet, a kiwi puppet, and a Voda puppet. And written under this effigy in a just in a script that just inherently, for some reason, you just understand, regardless of whatever, like you don't even really realize what language it's written in, but you just understand it. And it says, "Good for one private audience with Endolin Moongrave. No strings attached." As you laugh at the note written under there, suddenly you hear a poof as the attendant and the wagon disappear.
Oh, it just like poofs out of existence, disappear?
Yep.
Oh man. Also, just think about the strings that were being used. They resemble iron wire.
Give me.
It was a little late, but I was thinking back to it.
And it's a perception check, just a straight perception check.
Okay. 15.
They did not. They did not look like iron wire. They looked like something that was magical in nature, kind of almost like ethereal in nature.
Makes sense. Got it. Huh. Well, so much for going under the radar, I guess. Whatever that means. We're not going to accept this, are we?
I mean, how could we not?
But this has got to be contingency. We got to figure out the other things. Make sure everything's in place before we put ourselves in a position to be at the mercy of this one.
It's probably fine.
To be fair, I think that she probably knows about us already.
And it doesn't have a date on there. It doesn't say, best used by. So, it could be, we can take our time.
Well, obviously she knows about us. But, yeah, we should explore what other options we have. And then use this as part of a plan, not the only plan.
I would agree. We should continue with the current path of inquiry.
Yeah, which is that thing. I say pointing at the. Probably you can see it from here, but that imagines the giant glowing. Well, not glowing. The castle-looking thing with the windows that we saw on the map.
Mm. We go there. We go there. We see about ending this pointless feud. We see about entering the tunnel to come underneath Endolin.
Phrasing.
Yeah, that's phrasing for me, dog.
All right.
I mean, would it be really surprising?
Oh, also, you do notice where I put yourselves on this little map here.
There's a cart there.
How interesting.
Yep.
It was waiting for us.
It was. So, party continues onward, leaving this strange experience behind them. And before not too long, maybe another 20 minutes of carts trundling along this mountain pass, more lightning, more wind, rocking in the back of your new balloon cart. Make your way to this towering structure in front of you. And you hear the sounds of hundreds of tiny pickaxes and hammers chipping away at stone. It emanates from the mouth of a cave that has fingers of rocks reaching skyward above it. Look around, you can see statues of irate, hairy creatures with cloven hooves are strategically positioned so that they lean around trees and peer over boulders, all staring balefully at the cave entrance.
Mm-hmm.
You also now are in possession of the lovely, you already know what it is.
Yep.
Over a lot. It fits like anything, or not anything, but like long objects.
It's like hella javelins, bows, arrows.
Right.
Yeah.
Can
It
you
has-
Right now
throw
Yeah.
javelins with dex?
No, there's strength, I think.
I have no idea. We'll figure it out.
It's weird because ranged weapons are normally dex, but it's
But
thrown
throwing
is-
hammers, hand axes, and javelins use strength. I think I can look it up.
So, Here's the scene that you all see as you arrive at the mine.
Oh, that's right. The sculptures they put out front to scare them.
Yep.
Oh, Dean's scared already.
Spooky. So.
And there's no one we can see moving.
No.
Do we even know what
there's that entrance. You
these,
just hear the sound echoing from the entrance. Ting, 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 ting. Like sounds of, as you said, hundreds of tiny pickaxes and hammers chipping away at stone. It doesn't sound heavy. It doesn't sound like heavy work. It sounds like ping, 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 ping.
Really high pitched. Got it.
I'm not trying to be annoying, but I'm being annoying.
Well, I guess we just kind of walk in. Probably leave the cart back here.
We'll take care of the cart if you just want to go in there. I don't think, we'll hang out here with these statues, yeah?
Quirt, you coming in?
Yeah, I want to come in. I like that noise. It sounds cool.
I guess if there's anything else, let's just kind of make our way in. Do we want to try to sneak in? Or if we're going to try to be diplomatic, we should probably just make ourselves known early.
Yes, we should probably, let them know that we are coming.
Hey, what do y'all do?
Yeah, yell. Hello, what's the name of the clan again?
The Briganox.
Briganox. Hello, Briganox. We come, to barter peace.
Also, cool mine!
As soon as you yell out, the noise stops.
Just any emotion or anything else we hear? Did it just go silent?
Silent.
Could just keep walking in, I guess.
Yep, let's just keep going.
All right.
See if I can prepare anything.
So, leaving the cart and your companions behind you with... What's going on?
Susu? What
I
the
don't even know what.
Susu, what was that?
That was Susu?
That was Susu. Yeah.
I thought that was Neon making a frustrated noise.
Yeah.
I thought that might have been like Derpy, like with an upset tummy or something.
Susu was sitting in my lap and he just sat up and made that noise. And now he is whipping his tail back and forth. I wonder if we're about to have an earthquake.
Hey, he sees a ghost. It's fine.
Yeah, what's your problem, bud?
That
That's
was
right. You just walk out of my room.
Human noise. That was so weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right?
He's being
living
weird.
with like a bunch of polymorphs just living in your house. A bunch of dudes.
That was fucking unsettling. All right,
So,
great.
So you continue into the mines, or you walk into the mines, leaving your cart behind you and the statues of the Korreds, and you find that this place is like this strange twisting labyrinth. Its tunnels are 8 feet high, 3 feet wide, and they start to corkscrew further and further and further into the ground. The tunnels seem to be big enough to accommodate most of you. Like Kiwi is very comfortable in here. The rest of you are all smaller, so it's quite fine. And as you start to walk deeper into these mines, the sound of the hammering and picking resumes, coming from deeper within.
I guess we're scared of further down.
Can you all give me Constitution saving throws, please?
Uh-oh.
As you wander the mines and the sounds ting 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 continue on.
Constitutions.
How fat.
And I'll roll for Rosin.
Sorry, I'm the guinea lizard.
You're the canary.
Yeah.
All right. So Rosin, Voda, and Velka, you're walking onwards, and then you hear boom, 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 as Zug, Nutmeg, and Kiwi fall onto the floor, fast asleep, snoring loudly.
No, never mind, this tracks.
Yeah. Total.
Yeah, so they're just like, I'd say Zug just does the fucking like face first, just plows into the ground, ass in the like kobold ass in the
I'm
air,
trying to
face
find-
into the dirt, just sleeping. Nutmeg is just probably looks normal, but just is a fucking sound asleep, just floating there, like zonked out.
I imagine Nutmeg looks like a helium balloon, just has just barely enough air in it to like keep it kind of floating. It just like hits the ground and then like kind of bumps up a little bit.
Yep.
By the way, don't search sleeping kobold. God damn it.
Nice.
What?
Yeah,
I was trying
Kiwi.
to
How
find
does
artwork
what
for
is
that.
that? What
That
is the
sounds like
sleeping?
completely
What does the
different.
sleeping Kiwi look like?
Oh, Kiwi totally just like puts on, you know, the hat with the like the Ebenezer Scrooge bedtime hat, and then just kind of like takes a candle.
Yeah, subconsciously just puts that on, even as you magically fall asleep.
And it just kind of goes into his shell, and you know, like a little night light turns on inside.
Yep. All right. Voda, Velka, as Slurpee is currently fast asleep, literally. I probably should have just had her fail. Actually, no, fuck it. She fails. She's fast asleep right now. Makes sense. Voda, Velka, the twins. You two turn around as you hear 4 of your party members fall asleep.
Probably should have saved the water for that.
What do you do?
Who's closest to me?
It would be... Let's just say Nutmeg.
Okay, I'm gonna slap Nutmeg across the face.
You slap him across the face, and the floating form of Nutmeg starts just spinning. He doesn't wake up.
Oh shit.
That is disconcerting.
There's probably something in the air, no? Oh, don't tell me we have to drag them back out.
I just
I
that
looked
shouldn't
nervously at
be.
Kiwi.
Yeah, I was gonna say that shouldn't be too much of a problem, except for yeah.
You just look over and just see a shell with a little like blinking light inside of it. Fucking ocean noises are coming from the white noise maker inside.
That sounds cozy as fuck.
Well, I cannot seem to
first
wake
things
them up.
first, I push Nutmeg towards the entrance.
Okay. As you
float over there.
As you start pushing him towards the entrance, you hear a sound. Velka hears a sound. A squeak of a wheel.
Okay, question. Why would I hear it over the one that actually has passive perception?
It's because you're closer to it.
Fair enough. Okay. I turn around towards the sound of the squeaky wheel.
Around the corner, you see 8 small, minuscule creatures pushing wheelbarrows that are filled with ropes and pythons. As they walk around the corner, you see this. The thing is about the size of a mouse.
This one has all the
Can't tell me
details in
that's
there.
a kobold.
Yep, that's a
That's a WoW kobold.
wow kobold. Yep.
Also, we have all the info in there. I don't know if you
Oh
want to share
wait,
that.
I need to delete that then. No, stop! Don't look. Close it.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm just looking
I
at
just
the
I
description.
scrolled down, saw it, and I didn't read it, but just want to make sure.
Alright,
That,
hold up.
We're getting
hold
up.
up.
Hold up. Editing. Closing. Get out of there. Get. I need to show you this.
Something completely different.
There you go.
Just the picture. All right, the Briganox. Just the people we came to see. Can you wake up our friends, please? We just wish to talk.
They all scream. Turn around and run back down the tunnel.
I really hope they have all prospector accents.
Which one looks like the leader?
I don't know. They all look fucking like weird little mouse dudes.
You really have a way into people's hearts, you know?
As they run away in Sylvan, they scream, 2 of them didn't fall asleep! Oh shit! And they fucking just book it.
I'm gonna cast Compelled Duel on one of them.
Okay.
Oh.
One of them. Okay, so you cast Compelled Duel on one of them.
And I minor illusion a wall in front of the group.
Oh. Nice.
Alright, wisdom saving throw. It is an 11. It went to me, of course. So it fails. It turns around and begrudgingly looks in your direction, like,
We just wish to talk.
what is the minor? Are you minor illusioning? Okay, there we go. Thank you. You create a wall. They have to do an intelligence check. Oh no, we're trapped! They turn around and are like, yeah. So what did you ask? I'm sorry, Mr. Velka.
I asked them to wake up my friends. Could they please wake up our friends? We just wish to have a conversation. No bad blood between us. I assure you.
Okay. Give me a persuasion check.
Yeah. Got him.
Okay. They all panic as you're saying this. The one that's Compelled Duel continues just to, like, begrudgingly look at you like, we don't want any trouble. You're just invading our space. Oh gosh. Oh god. Oh man. Why can't I move? This is so weird. And the other ones are like, we're trapped here. There's a wall. I swear. There wasn't a wall here before. And as they're all panicking, Voda, you see where you put that illusionary wall, a figure walks through it. You see a tall, slender human clad in dark leather armor stride through the wall. The friendly face is brightly illuminated by a tiny wisp of light that floats next to a mouse-sized creature perched on the human's shoulder.
It's Cinderella, let's go!
The human, he looks at you too and looks down at your sleeping companions and laughs. Greeting, trespassers. Didn't anyone teach you how to knock?
To be fair, we announced our entrance and then we were ignored.
Also, to be fair, there is no door.
You just don't know the way that the brigand knocks work, man. Don't worry, I'll teach you. And that's where we'll end for the evening.
Did we just find like dad or something?
Yeah, what was the figure? The figure is Shaggy.
It's just it's basically Shaggy. No, it's a tall, slender human. He's clad in dark armor, and he has a brigand knock on his shoulder.
Interesting. What do we know? Okay,
That's interesting.
Let me look at my notes. I'm asleep.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
You're fucking asleep for a while, dudes.
Oh boy.
Also, yeah, you Velka and Voda got quite lucky. We'll figure this out next time, as as there seems to be somebody other than little mouse men down in here. And you now have met this other individual.
I'm guessing he's part of the Valor Squad or whatever they're called.
Could be that. It's the armor. We can go look at the names.
Oh, yeah, you, I think, I don't know, last roll of the night. If Velka and Voda, if you want to roll a quick, just a history check, basically, and it's going to be a low one because you have talked to some of the homies. Oh,
shit. Noted.
Noted. Both of you get it. Velka immediately gets it. Voda has to rack her brain for a second, but still gets it. You recognize this figure from the description that Elkhorn gave you in Loomlurch. as one of the members of Valor's Call. You're right. This is Molliver.
Molliver, I presume.
You nod at you. Yeah. Molliver.
That's the what is the thing? Oh, Dr. Livingston, I presume. Right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, you meet Molliver.
What's the group called again? Sorry.
Valor's Call.
Valor's Call.
So we've met the dwarf. We know about the other 3. There's 4 total, right? Because their antagonists had 5. I have the notes here somewhere. I have too many notes. They're not very well organized. There's 4. So League of Malevolence had 4, so I assume Valor's Call had 4, but that's just because
Valor's Call
the rules
has,
of fantasy symmetry.
Oh, cool. Nice. Yeah, Valor's Call has more. Has 5. Elkhorn, Mercion, Molliver, Ringle Run, and then the fucking Chad McGongle Strongheart.
Nice.
The guy who's just justice.
He's clearly the leader of this squad. Like, that's just how that works.
Strongheart. Yeah, and then
he's got a big chin, I'm sure.
The baddies, them zaddies, they also had 5. There was Kellic, Skyla, Warduke. Yeah, Warduke and Strongheart.
Hell
yeah. I have 4 notes because the one we talked to was the one
Zarak.
Yeah. So
and then Zargash was another one. And also I actually see. Yeah. For Voda and Velka, you notice that Molliver, they are an androgynous character. They do not have any. You cannot tell their gender. All right, cool. Thank you for the night.
I gotta make all these notes again. So this campaign, I have so many notes every session because there's so much happening.
That is the goal.
And it's like, yeah.
Korred dance party into weird. I love that
giant dating.
Yeah, and weird dating app thing. Yeah, it was good. It's all solid.
I like the whole like the communication one-sided.
No, that was great. I was
to work
happy
it out.
that was how I was gonna go. I was looking around trying to figure out because I peeked at your sheets and was like, does anybody understand giant? Nope. All right, that's gonna be interesting. And then I was like, oh, somebody's gonna have some sort of spell probably, and that was the case. But it was interesting because I was like, I did know that Voda did have the that spell. And I was excited to see how that would play out because I know specifically it's those like you can understand but cannot communicate back. So I was like, oh, that's perfect that she has it because then she can draw out the communication portion of it. That was good. Pretty good. All right, ending stream real quick. Peace out. Stream's over. Get out of here. Bye.